Listen to the Harbor Talk Show, Miser Main Street. George C. Scott stars in it.
These are going to be Taylor's over here.
Our special Christmas edition of
Oh, this
along with
is
Tony Bruno.
Annalie! Annalie, where are you going to keep your presents? No, let's wait till we pass them all out. Why don't you put yours somewhere else? To Taylor!
You're just sitting around.
Another one, this is Taylor's. Wait just a minute. That's more.
Two
Casey and Lee.
Tomorrow at 9 on
That's all.
Taylor's opening!
No, Taylor.
60,000. I don't have to, but I can tell you.
Just look on three.
The joyous holiday season. And we
Hey, come
want
here. That over there.
For your support in 1992 and
Take
we
my
promise in the
batteries.
year ahead to
Can I have it?
bring you top quality products.
What'd you get to do? Put that back.
So from all of us in the Goodline family,
Can I open up mine? Can I
We
open
got
up?
to report it.
happy Hanukkah.
Feliz Navidad.
Wait, let's play it.
North Carolina man is killed in Somalia. We'll have the story on what happened.
The daddy from Texas. And Lee, you gotta help get out your presents over there.
I took my coffee to the library so I can watch my matches in theater. And you little
Here.
make sure you learn those
Here's
Latin
yours
verbs.
for me. Mom. To Taylor. To Mom. To Taylor. Where's Taylor? Daddy. Emily.
Hey, boy.
Right, help me over here. Mom, Taylor. Wait.
Look what I got.
Ooh, they pretty.
Where's my other friend?
Do you like this? Is a real cowgirl skirt.
This mine. This mine.
Let's cut this TV sound down. Come on, you two. Oh. Okay. I think that's your stuff. Right. No, that ain't it. Thank you. And then this is your stuff. Taylor, that's your stuff right over there. What is it, Taylor?
Mine.
Mine? What is it?
It's like
A bike.
bike.
Did Santa bring you a bike? Would you like that?
I wanted it now.
No.
Why?
Good morning, Adelaide.
This, oh, baseball. Oh, what you got? That's my bundle bag. Oh, there's baby inside. Is it a girl, a boy, or is it twins? Did you see the other stuff Santa brought you? Taylor! Look at Taylor.
Why?
A bike.
They look at what they wanted and I got what I wanted.
Then,
At what now? Where's my stocking?
no, yours is not. Let's see this baby we got. We're opening this baby up in, right?
That's my
No,
stuff.
it's not, darling. It's here. Anna, do you want to open this baby up?
A white.
Anna Lee. What in the world was
That's
that?
mine. I
Uh-uh.
like this.
Is that your bag? Well, go get on it. Uh-oh. is, well, what's in your bike? Look, there's something in there. Look in the basket. What's that? Taylor, you like that bike?
Like, mine has 2 wheels.
I see it.
Mine 2 wheels.
Yours has 2 wheels too.
That 2 wheels.
Got 2 wheels. We're going to have to take baby back to do another bag.
I don't like it.
We'll unhook
I'm a cat piece. No, I want to put my mic down. We're in.
Oh, damn.
I have to do this anyway.
What you got? What is it?
It's got a yes.
Oh, there's a whistle.
What
What is this?
What?
Is it choo-choo train? Choo-choo train. Look, there's the little red engine. And the cars and the boots. There's your little people.
What's that? And here's your bridge and they're sitting right there. That's what.
Taylor.
I found my spot. This is wrong on my
Make
fridge.
Santa Claus go off.
Huh?
Make him go off.
Sing. He is off.
You ain't got to do that.
All you gotta do is move.
He's saying
You ain't even got to move.
Yeah, I know that.
You got a motion detector.
I want to sit beside you. I want to sit beside Taylor. This one in the screen.
Grandma.
No.
This is.
Y'all find something.
No, the red was,
No, this
the
is
red was Taylor's.
Give it to us.
Sue,
Casey.
Sue,
Huh?
the red one is Taylor's.
This one?
Yeah.
Taylor, here's Taylor.
Who's on these?
That's
Who's on these?
Meemaw.
Who's on these? Teresa, who's on these? Who's on
Give
these?
that to Grandma. Thank you. Thank you.
Grandma.
Teresa.
Grandma.
Joanna.
Your Matthew.
Whose is this? Already got Tron.
And Luke.
That's Mom's.
Mom.
No, Taylor. No, no.
They won't let
that
5 minutes.
And Luke. I'm talking up. This is not mine. This is mine.
That's Mary. No, that's yours. There it is, Suzanne. Suzanne.
Who's the sisters?
That's Suzanne.
This was Taylor.
Ain't nobody.
They just put it up there by the door.
Teresa.
Suzanne.
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
Here's Taylor.
Oh, my word. Now,
Teresa.
Y'all losing all 4 of them.
Teresa.
Mama, do you know
That
that?
man, it sure is. Matthew.
Matthew.
Matthew. Not that box. Not this garden. Not no.
Grandma.
That's not
This
it.
is mine, isn't
Well,
it?
they said it was.
Yeah, this is Matthew.
Oh, okay.
That's mine.
Who's this?
Taylor.
Who's this?
I'm yours. What'd you get, Casey? What?
Big old secret.
Where's Casey? Who is that?
Look. Thank you.
Who's that from?
Batman.
Here's
Look.
Casey.
I just saw a sticker. Mama. Look. Mama. Under your mom.
What is that?
Batman. It's got a sticker.
Wow. What you got on your head?
the world you got there, Taylor?
I got two the same one. Look at this guy.
I'm not even knowing who this guy is. Look at you.
Mom, Mom, look, Mama. Six, great. Mama.
This takes just a lot.
You take just like.
Taking one back. Here.
Did you see Taylor? Did you see Taylor?
Oh, a coat matching.
I'm not getting none. Toy.
Yeah, I got one more. I just kidding. I got Teresa's. Oh, I got the calendar. Thank you.
Ooh, white pig, man, are these the best dressed girl at school.
I have two. Here's a hat.
See it.
I want to open it.
Well,
So I had.
okay.
I'm open that.
You can't eat
Hi,
all of it.
Taylor.
I want a toy.
Isn't she beautiful?
Things like that. Maybe let you help play with his toy. Whose is this? Did you get one of these? What is that?
Oh!
Wow! Are we some more special people?
Thank you, Scott.
Okay.
And Lee's trying on jeans. Come on.
Look at you, smart girl. I love a white girl.
Aren't they pretty?
Let's go put on this. You want this shirt on?
Yeah. Aren't you tickled with that toy? You got those. Where's that clean skin hat? What I ordered.
Right here.
Let me see. Yes, it is.
It's
Oh, yes, I love that. I really do.
Painted that for you. Did you buy one?
Oh, look. This is from you.
Oh, I recognize this. Thank you.
What is it?
I don't know.
Leather jacket.
Leather coat.
Mary. We had talk.
That means it's going back.
Where's your motorcycle, Suzette?
Huh?
Where's your motorcycle?
It must be part of that side, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
from
about to
Taylor.
say.
Is that all?
No, it's just from Taylor. There's
Isn't that precious?
They went shopping and they're all picking out. That's from Casey. We'll find it. It's lovely, it's right down there.
Look, that shirt.
Get that off, Daddy.
Ooh, Suzette.
Oh my God. You see that? Turn around, Suzette. Right on the camera.
Wait a minute, Annalie, you'll get your pants on. Wait, he'll get tired of it and get out. You are a baby dog. Pose for Ma. I'm gonna have your picture now. Ooh, look. Let's pose for Daddy. Ma, do some more poses. What the girls do?
You got a little stuff good down there.
Whoa. Thank you.
Wow!
Okay, can you let me ride in now?
Okay.
He won't let me ride it.
Anna, wait a minute. Hey,
Feel some daddy.
Taylor, smile.
Okay.
Look at Gishy's eyes.
No
birthday cake. Mama, hurry up. Taylor, say hurry up, Mama. Say hurry up. Say hurry up. Say hurry up. Hurry up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy birthday to you. Blow it out.
What's your wish? What's your wish? What's your wish?
See, I wish for a piece of cake.
I'm
No, no.
What's that? Yeah, that's birthday.
Get in it, Taylor.
What's that? Teddy bear. Teddy bear.
Taylor, get your face in it.
Bless.
Taylor, get your whole face in it. That's what I did.
He didn't
Right?
I like watching them get all into it. I
you want a little more of this?
it's funny.
Yeah, you can get some of him eating.
Give me all them side things, Mama. Oh, it's nice.
All right. Whose plate is this? Anna, cover up. Where are those napkins?
Give me all that stuff right there.
And Lee.
What a smile.
Here, Anna, banana. How about we swap?
Great.
The terrible twos, huh?
Okay, Gregory.
So,
Larry, you want this cake? Mama, you want me to heat you some water for some coffee? Larry, you want some coffee?
Yeah.
Huh?
I want something to drink.
Wait just a minute, baby.
1 minute, Annie.
Well, we'll save that little bear for you, Taylor. Scott.
Your birthday, huh? What?
Give me a bite, Taylor.
That was a good big guy. Wait a minute, man.
I need a fork. Here, give me one.
And Lee, do you want a fork, darling?
Dion intercept the ball.
No.
Mom. Mom. Mom.
What?
Dada.
Mm-hmm.
What about those
You want something?
blow things? What are you
Well,
going to do
say
with these blow things?
I'm gonna drink, I said it.
That's gonna get busted on its own.
What?
We'll have a better fucking next time.
Walk around the Van Olympics.
Walk around what?
Hmm?
Olympics. You wonder what Van Olympics.
What do you do there?
Go to class.
We have, and they're gonna have a rock concert.
I might
Why
stay
they call
here or
it
my
Olympics?
grandma.
A Van, I don't know. Ask me. You gotta ask me.
What'd you want?
Do you want some cake?
That looks.
Suzanne?
They have flags. They have like, they light a torch. They did the parade.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember, what do you
I don't
want?
know. What's that?
You're not getting that teddy bear.
They
That's cake.
parade, it was a flag, then everybody has a flag.
Don't you do that. You will be sent to your room for the rest of the night.
What that?
I'm working on it, Casey.
Huh?
Teresa, can I have a piece of the
Is that possum, Taylor?
You want a piece of the balloon? Emily, you got cake you haven't even eaten. Wait a minute. Casey, you want more?
I want to breathe. You want me to give Greg?
sneak cat? Yeah, put your pet.
Who's earning him on?
Trying to eat it.
Taylor.
Did you find some?
Yeah, that's
Taylor.
Where'd that little bear go?
He ate it.
What'd you do with the bear?
He ate it. Ate it.
You ate it.
Yeah, bird.
Wait a minute. No, here's your plate. Eat what's on your plate. Mommy, here.
What's that?
That's cake. Is it good? Whose birthday cake?
Mom, I don't like the ice.
Well, don't eat it, darling.
I-
Taylor, you gonna be
Scott, you want coffee, Scott?
Uh-uh.
milk. Are you gonna be hyper tonight? Do you like it? Do you like it? You ate the bear? Where's the bear go? Bear gone?
Mommy,
It's fun. Funny.
Mommy, you know what he did? You know what he did just a little while
Even your
ago?
friends talk like
Mama,
a man.
Mama, you know what
Your friends talk
Mama,
like you know.
Mama,
What?
you know what Taylor did just a while ago?
What did he do?
He said, white pan, white pan.
He did.
He is what being.
Wind up you.
I will see how tall
How old are you today?
No.
Oh, you want me to get something to clean you up? Are you finished?
I want to see where you are today.
No, you don't need to get done yet. Do you want any more? Or are you finished? You'll get all over you. Taylor, are you finished? Well, now, right? Okay. Matthew, you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Good? Five for knocking.
Just leave it there. Whoops. Here.
Ain't nothing to do.
No, just gonna get this one split.
You finished? I'm finished.
Well, you get nasty, boy.
Wait a minute.
30.
Come here, Mommy.
You getting dirty?
Wait a minute. Anna.
Open that trip.
Hey, right here, Taylor. Open right here. Right there. Yank.
Right there.
Get this one.
Let go of that.
Cowboy. Rip right here, Taylor. Rip it right here. Rip it.
Greg, you know where Grandma's present is? We got Taylor.
Oh, I know what it is. I seen it.
I seen it.
Oh,
Oh, basketball, basketball. B-ball, B-ball.
baby basketball.
Open.
And let's do that. Anna. And Lee. Anna.
What?
All right.
Basket.
Open the rest of them.
Open.
That's right.
Open.
Open
Here, let's open this
the
up.
rest of them first. We'll open it in a minute. I think we have to put it together.
Come on. Let's see what this is, Taylor.
Taylor, go open your presents.
Open this one.
Open it. Go rip.
Oh.
Taylor, right here, rip it. Taylor,
I know what this
So you
is.
can taste
There
Scott.
you go.
What is it?
Y'all back up a little bit. Everybody back up.
I know.
Back.
Taylor's getting in on it.
Y'all back up.
That's it.
Back up.
Back up. Back up, Nancy. Back up. You get too close to the camera.
Taylor, come back
It's
over
gonna be
here.
pretty.
Now, in case y'all want him
It's
to
gonna be
back up.
Back up,
pretty.
Nancy.
Sit right there.
No.
Sit right there.
No.
Okay, here's your friend. All right.
Open
Here it is. Open it.
Okay.
Oh, look
Isn't
at
that
that.
pretty?
it. Have that.
You like
I
that.
like that. Look at that.
Isn't that
I
pretty?
love that. I saw that. That's Dunbar.
So cute, yeah.
I started to get him back.
Open up this one now.
Dad, say thank you, Mima.
Chris, if you want stuff at church or something, just take it back. It wasn't on sale.
And look.
Ooh, what is it?
What is it, Taylor?
It's a big ball. We put all your balls in.
Oh, Mom. Hello.
Where's the ball?
Baseball.
Big ball. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Do what y'all name, Mama.
There you go.
He knows how to open them.
What's this? I know how to
Open it up.
open this. Potato head.
What is it?
Careful.
What?
No.
What is it, Taylor?
What is it? What is it?
That's a tater head for the tater head.
Mr. Potato Head.
I'm in there.
Okay, I will in a minute. Open the other one.
What about this basketball?
Who's that from?
Mine. Who's present? Look at Daddy when you open it.
Oh, hello, Daddy.
Put it in front of him, Trace.
Oh, no, I can't see.
Car!
Y'all know what it is. What is it?
Taylor.
What is that thing? Cars! I got that from...
How many cars?
Oh, boy. 30.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. What kind of cars? Taylor's own cars, not Casey's. Taylor's. Oh,
That's
wow.
for me.
It is.
That's for
Oh,
me,
can
Taylor.
you tell everybody thank you?
That's cool.
Say thank you, everybody.
Open up science.
Would you like that?
She's opening up the basketball. I'm opening it, Mama.
What? You want me to open that?
Open that.
Okay.
Very well statistically.
You know, you also take a look at, there's two names that I know you're going to hear before this ball game's all over. We've already had a little bit of them. That's Kynard and Morton, the two fine kickers. Both have good range. We've had a couple of extra points blocked, but this could come down to one of those two youngsters having an opportunity to win this game.
I would think one of the first things that both coaches are going to do is work on that PAT and field goal protection. They had problems right up the middle in the first half. I don't think these kickers have any problem putting it through the uprights. It's just a matter of getting the protection down.
Defensive players, and one of the things that that we've noted all afternoon long, and these kids do not lack for good size, and I think that is one thing that we've seen with the evolution of this North-South football game, not only speed and talent, but the size of these youngsters. They are definitely, in South Carolina, the Division I people are going to come calling year after year.
It really is. It's amazing. Even when I graduated, which was not that long ago from high school, our offense and defensive lines were nowhere near the size that they are today. When you've got 285-pounders, then you're talking about guys that can step in and play right away. And I know in this state, we had guys like Steve Tannehill, who were freshmen who contributed right away, and they have those players at Clemson and all the major colleges within the state of South Carolina. I hope we can just keep them within the state, Sam.
You know, one of the nice things that we probably haven't made enough mention of in the first half of the ball game is the real reason behind having this football game, not only here in Myrtle Beach, but around the entire state. A lot of these youngsters coming in, only 14 are really basically committed to going to play college football somewhere else. Not to say the others have not been talked to, but again, this is why they're here, to try to showcase their talent. And Monday and Tuesday, you would have thought this was indeed where all of the college coaches, Division I and other, were supposed to be, because they were here looking at this talent. This is a great opportunity for these kids.
It really is. Some guys that played at the smaller schools and not the great competition get a chance to come in here with athletes who are just the same caliber that they are and then prove themselves. And the college coaches, they love it. When they can go to one place and catch all these great players, it saves them a lot of time. And we have not talked about that enough, Sam, and it does give these players who are on the bubble in some cases a chance to win a scholarship and play college football.
Well, of course, that means there's 40 on either side, and they are, of course, coming to the top as we are at halftime. Again, the North has a narrow 2-point lead with a score of 12-10. We'll be back with more of our halftime here from Myrtle Beach. Don't go away on Sportsnet.
It's the newest member of the most successful line of cars ever introduced. It's highly rated by Motor Trend and Car and Driver. With a standard driver's side airbag, available anti-lock brakes, and a long list of other important features, it's the perfect car. Presenting the all-new Geo Prism, a stylish car with a very affordable price, starting at just $10,360. See the new Geo Prism. It's available now at your Carolina Chevy Geo dealers. Finally, a car for the real world.
The Dixie Stampede.
It's the most fun place to eat in Myrtle Beach with non-stop food and fabulous fun for everyone.
It's a whole new concept in dining and entertainment, starting in the Dixie Bell Saloon. You'll watch and listen to a great live musical variety show, served up with a generous helping of comedy on the side.
Then it's off to the main arena for the dinner show, combining the best of eras gone by, the charm and romance of the Old South,
the chivalry and honor of the Civil War,
and the excitement of the Wild West.
A hearty Southern-style 4-course feast is served, while you enjoy an exciting dinner show.
It's a horse racing,
whip cracking,
wagon busting good time.
Groups receive VIP treatment with early seating in the saloon and reserved seating for the main show and dinner.
The Dixie Stampede is an entertainment and dining experience you'll never forget, and you'll want to come back time and time again.
There you see the score here at halftime, with the North leading the South by the score of 12-10 at halftime. And, of course, we're anticipating bigger and better things coming in the second half of the football game. And it was interesting, Coach Worden, in talking to Terry Chick a moment ago, indicated that he's got to get them more fired up. I would find that a little hard to believe in an all-star game. You need a little firing up, but that's what he thinks he has to do.
I think with the scheme changes that they've had this week, some of the players are a little hesitant in the first step that they have, but they'll pick it up a notch.
Well, that is in both sides of the sideline of Coach Beavis. On the other side of the coin is North Ball Club, and it looked like one was going to take a big advantage of the other, and all of a sudden they'd throw each other back. So that's pretty much characteristic of an all-star game, I think.
I think it is typical because you have big players come up on big downs. All of a sudden it would be one guy on defense and one guy on the offense, and they'd make a play.
Well, we'd like to turn it over to the president of the North-South Game Committee and the general manager of the Yachtsman Resort here in Myrtle Beach, Mr. John Rayott, with some special presentations. John?
Game Committee, Sandy McAdams. And then some of our major sponsors today that are helping to produce this game. I'd like to thank the National Guard, the South Carolina National Guard, for their representation this year and supporting us in a fundraising project. From Special Olympics, we have Bill Kiesling, who is the executive director for the state of South Carolina, and Kim Kiff, who is the area director for Horry County, and a special athlete, Charlie Hobson. Charlie, welcome. Our major sponsor for the event, the Carolina Chevy Geo Dealers, we want to say thank you to, and we certainly appreciate their support of this game. They're giving away a Geo Tracker this afternoon. It's down at the north end. Tickets are $5. Help support this game by purchasing a ticket, and you might drive that car home today, ladies and gentlemen. But representing the Carolina Chevy Geo dealers is our good friend Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson, thank you. And then also representing, another sponsor representing Resort Condominiums International, a fine network of resorts throughout the United States and internationally. Steve Zarowski is their regional director. Steve Zarowski, thank you. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank all of our friends with the South Carolina Athletic Coaches Association, who we work for and put this game on for, and all the athletes throughout South Carolina. Thank you. Enjoy yourself in the second half.
Go. Go. Easy up.
Well, the man who is behind the committee, and of course you heard about Sandy McAdams as well, who is the executive director, and just some of the people who make this game all possible. 7th year here in Myrtle Beach. They're on a 15-year contract, and the 45th year that this game has been held. It's been in Columbia, it's been in Easley, it's been in Clinton for 6 years, now Myrtle Beach. They've had great success all over the entire state, but they'd love to stay right here in Myrtle Beach, I know.
I'm not sure there's a better place in South Carolina to put these players on. Some of them have not even seen the beach before they came down here. It's an excellent experience for them, and seeing some of the families come into the hotel last night, it's an excellent vacation for everybody who comes down here and takes part in the North-South game.
I know it was kind of a struggle. Some of the families staying at the Yachtsman Resort with us, and some of the kids want to take some of the Seagulls home. I'm not sure they'll let them do that, but nonetheless, that was an exciting time. By the way, the young ladies that are being introduced is the entire Queen and her court. We'll have the acknowledgement of the Queen here. These young ladies, along as we pointed with the cheerleaders and the bands and what have you. And the Queen's contest is something they've really added that has added a great deal of luster to this game as well, Todd.
Well, these are fine young ladies, and they represent all of the South Carolina. And it's just another added attraction, and it's a good representation of the young people that we have in South Carolina.
By the way, the ROTC people have been very active in not only escorts, as you see here, and of course the Sabre Corps that the young lady and the gentleman are walking through right now, but certainly also helping in the coordination of the game with the ushering and etc. So a lot of people lending a helping hand, and I can't help but noting Sandy said, would you please say thank you very much, of course, to the Dixie Stampede people, also to the Bennett's restaurant people, also to Kentucky Fried Chicken of Myrtle Beach. They said they must have had enough chicken to feed an army, but you almost had to with these 80 kids. And the list goes on and on of the people to thank, the Chevrolet people, of course, the Yachtsmen, and a lot of great people. But she said these are the people that make it all possible in Myrtle Beach. And please, while all of this is going on, please indeed say thank you. And there is a lovely young lady, April Corley from Lexington High School, as the North-South Queen for 1992. Nice selection by the committee.
We always have some nice young ladies that represent up in the Columbia area, which is not far from us, Lexington, and we're glad that she's the winner.
I think some of the queens, some of the guys are happy they're here as well. I think we're here to making comments, as they too have been very active with the Queen and her court, with throughout the entire activities that have gone all over the entire Myrtle Beach area. And I think that's the key also, that these youngsters have gone to. The attraction has been here, and that is just added to the whole festivity of the thing. And one other thing I made mention of, you know, you're gonna meet a guy that you're always across the line of scrimmage from, and maybe you kind of hated his guts when you were playing against him. All of a sudden you become a very dear friend of him, and that's a real plus here in this game as well.
It really is. These guys build relationships. They're such competitors when they're playing against each other in high school level. Then they come down here and get to meet each other and build some friendships. And like we said, they're going to be playing against them in the college level, so they better get to know them.
By the way, Todd tried out for this group that's on the field right now. Didn't pass the test, ladies and gentlemen. This is the North-South Dancers performing at halftime.
Peace in the city, peace in your soul. Yeah.
those the North-South dancers take us out of halftime. We'll be back with more of our halftime right as we pause for this timeout on Sportsnet.
The Orlando Basketball Classic. Live. 4 teams representing 4 conferences. Running and gunning. Round-robin action. Day 1, Game 1. The Orlando Basketball Classic. Florida State versus UNC Charlotte. Live today at 4 on Sports South. Thank you.
Now.
Sunday nights in December. Oh, hey, would you mind if we bring over a few friends for the holidays? Oh, yeah, you know, people like Kevin and Julia. Leslie will be there, and Macaulay and the guys, the whole gang. Hey, maybe we could, watch a movie? The best movies of '92. Sunday nights in December, only on HBO. You bring the pizza.
These coaches going crazy. Women's Hoop Fever. This year, the shots are on us. Monday night at 11 on Sports South.
Well, with these two ball clubs identically tied with 21 victories apiece and 2 ties, the North with a scant 2-point lead here at halftime. 12-10 before this good crowd here again at Myrtle Beach in the annual North-South High School All-Star Game, sponsored by not only the North-South Game Committee, but also the coaches of South Carolina. Highlights of this afternoon, and boy, they started off early with 8 minutes to go. Madison, who came out throwing, throws a bullet here to Allred.
This is why Madison's going to be probably a Division I major college quarterback. Anybody, not anybody, but just about anybody can stand back in the pocket and throw it. But if you can create plays, then you're making big-time college football.
Well, the South came back after a field goal by Reed Morton, and how about Spruill's run?
Spruill did what fullbacks do. He found the crease, and then he went straight up the field and tried to find the end zone, and he was not going to be stopped.
And Madison came back, and a great catch by Jason Lawson.
We got tight ends going into the corner of the end zone, jumping up and making catches like wide receivers, showing his versatility there.
And that's the scoring for this afternoon, with a couple of extra points blocked, I might add. And thus a 12-10 lead by the North here at halftime, as the North is already out and ready for their activities to get underway, and the South won't be far behind, as the South, you may heard a moment ago, wants to try to get themselves righted and maybe even get a little bit more excitement into their game before this game is all over. Adjustments, again, are somewhat limited because of what they can do offensively and defensively, but as Todd pointed out during our halftime show, you can maybe still see a little bit wrinkles off of what they're able to do.
I think so. The defensive backs will start to crawl up and put a little bit more pressure, try to stop the guys from getting off the line of scrimmage. And then, as we talked about, the linebackers will edge up from that 5-yard limitation and slide up into those gaps. They've got to stop the traps if they're going to try and do anything defensively.
Well, as all of the bands make their way to the sideline and give way to the players once again, let's take a look at the stats of this first half of the ball game and see what numbers kind of jump out. And I guess the North total yardage would have to be the first thing that you see there.
Yeah, the North obviously able to establish a basic balanced attack too, and I think that's one key in any ball game. But you see the rushing yards 96 and passing yards 72. They were able to move the ball down the field doing several things. And the passing yards just for the South, basically, Sam, because they're out of that power I most of the time, they just don't have the versatility to be able to throw the ball down the field. We may see them slide out of that formation some.
Well, they wanted to leave in every category. Thus, they do in turnovers 2-1, and even in penalties, 5 for 14 yards. The South yet to be penalized. You may recall they had one penalty, but the North declined it to use up one of the downs.
That's exactly right, and I think that we'll see some adjustments offensively in the second half to try and open up. They've just been really one-dimensional in the first half.
Well, an afternoon that has seen, of course, Coach Beavis and his North team. You see his assistants, and boy, they've done a great job all this week to kind of get their players ready. And likewise on the opposite side, Terry Chick Where in the world has he been? Well, he's back with us down at on the sidelines. Let's go to Terry Chick. Terry.
Well, I've been trying to track down a very busy man, John Rail, the president of the North-South Committee. And John, as we stand here at halftime, it's an indication that this is much more than just a football game.
Absolutely. We have the Queens here. We had a great parade this morning here in Myrtle Beach, the holiday parade. Super fans here. Great football. Just a fantastic day here in Myrtle Beach.
Let me put you on the spot. How many people do you have working for you throughout the year to get this thing ready?
Oh, well, actually we have one paid employee and thousands of volunteers. And it's really the volunteers that make this game happen. And I just want to thank all the volunteers and the community of Myrtle Beach for sponsoring and hosting such a fine event.
Now, I mentioned earlier this afternoon that this is going to be in Myrtle Beach through the year 2001, hopefully beyond that, because it's such a great event in what you do. But do you start working on the 1993 game tomorrow?
No.
You are going to take a day off?
Monday, yes. We will.
What are some of the things that you do for the players? Todd and Sam have mentioned that the Dixie Stampede, but they're here for a week, and it's not all football. I mean, you try to get the players away and give them some special events. What are some of the things you do for them?
Well, we really like to treat the players first class here in Myrtle Beach. They came in on Sunday afternoon and went to Pier 14 restaurant, a fabulous restaurant overlooking the Atlantic. Then they go to some great restaurants for breakfast, Olympic Flames, Skeeter's, Akel's, some of the best pancake houses in Myrtle Beach. Lunch is provided by Quincy's Restaurants every day, and the boys really eat up there. They went to Captain Benjamin's and Benjamin's Seafood House, went to Domino's Pizza, gave each boy a pizza for dinner on Thursday night. We had a great banquet sponsored by the Magic Attic over at the Billion. Just a super week for the players.
What's your goal every year in this thing, John?
I think our goal is to expose South Carolina athletics around the country, to support football here in South Carolina. We've got a great group. I want to congratulate Johnny Carlisle and his group for going up to North Carolina, playing in the Shrine Bowl, kind of whooping the North Carolina people. And, this is great. I love this date this time of year because, we send our best players up to North Carolina when they're running their state championships, and I think our coaches kind of like to show off up there and then come here, and we put some of the best athletes in South Carolina here for the North-South game, and it's just super. We're proud of it.
Yep, it's 12-10. Can't get much better than that, but we're going to try in the second half. It's right around the corner, guys.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, John. And don't forget, when you come to the Yachtsman Resort, be sure and ask for the Todd Ellis Memorial Suite, as we've been staying there all this week in a most enjoyable time as John Rialt and his fine staff have rolled it out at the Yachtsman here in Myrtle Beach. You see the South team of Coach Jim Wharton is there getting ready for, by the way, Jim has had a good staff working with him. Reed Chapia, he's from Marlboro County. Butch Jacobs, the head coach at Silver Bluff. Dwayne Howell, head coach at East Clarington. And Herb Ward, assistant coach at Marion. So a good look again at the South team. The North team, their head coach, Maurice Beavis. He's the head coach at Lockhart, a veteran coach. He's had Ted Luckadoo, head coach at Anderson Westside. Jack Anderson, head coach from Travelers Rest. Jack Howard, head coach at Greer Blue Ridge. And also Bill Rhodes, a fine assistant at Clinton High School, who, by the way, was very instrumental in helping us with the names and facts and figures on the North team. We want to thank Bill very, very much, as we do all of the coaches here for the North-South game.
Boy, I enjoyed speaking with those coaches yesterday, not only talking football and about these fine players, but they just do such a great job bringing up the youth. They don't get enough credit, as most teachers and people who are involved in young youth athletics do not get enough credit, but they really represent themselves and their families and the schools very much, and it was a delight to be around them yesterday.
And when they walk out of this game, they're still licking their chops over the talent that they've been able to be around. As we get ready for the North to be kicking off, Keinert, number 65 for the North, will be kicking deep. And the deep man is Addison, number 33. He will not get it. Canzader will. At the 5. Out to the 20. And nailed there at the 23-yard line. So it'll be the South taking over, and a rather exuberant tackle, I might make. That is done by Mac Watts, young man out of Fort Mill. As Canzader, number 7, will put the South team into activity, and you see the numbers on him in the first half. He'd like to rub out that last number, though, Todd.
Well, we talked about how limited they were. It's not really a chance for him to get on track. We'll see if they open it up here in the second half.
So they run out of that powerhouse backfield once again. 1st and 10 here for the South. And they give it to Addison with that speed on the outside. Nick Kaya goes to the 25. Out for the 29-yard line as, again, outstanding defensive tackle, and they have really